Ma forse Francesco deve... Ladies and gentlemen, vabbè, ma non c'è niente di male, Giuseppe.
No, mi dispiace, ma io
No, vabbè, ma tu l'avevi anticipato, no? E chi me lo tocca? Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We start with the second session of this conference, and the topic of the session is the topics of the session is the financial matters, and it's very difficult to go onward after the session of this, the previous session, in which Mr. Salerno and Mr. Grimaldi attracted the attention about several topics. Now we have the effort and engagement to treat the argument on the other side of balance sheet, of statement of the shipping company. This morning, Mr. Grimaldi stated that it's very difficult to release a plan in the shipping industry today. One of the big challenges to release forecasts in shipping is like a gambling now for the uncertainty factors that affect and jeopardize the business. It's a not good sound for banks, for investors, for private equity investors, for financial actors in shipping. Today, and we find to give to the floor a response of these questions. And in this task, bring me Mr. Giuseppe Castagna. Giuseppe is a well-known banker, top banker in Italy. And before I say to Giuseppe in this conference, he represents the cheese, the Parmesan cheese on the pasta, because recently was appointed as managing director of the debt family funds for Munich. A highly reputed firm in the European and world arena in private debt funds. Is the good opportunity to introduce after as you know, I am usual to provocate a discussion to keep alive the floor, and I will call you to put questions to the speakers and panelists. But after to thank Francesco for this extraordinary event held in this as mentioned before for Mr. Salerno, a masterpiece of Naples in the history of the world. And thank again, Francesco, for your choice, for the location, for the interesting matters that we'll go to treat. I had the opportunity to introduce Mr. Michele Autori. Michele is an senior associate at WFW, as a very famous law firm active in shipping, mostly active in shipping. And Michele is hugely experienced in financing, in ship financing on different sides, in pure ship lending, as well in restructuring. Please, Michele, give us. Okay. So Giuseppe wanted to give the regards and to advise that is a fly at 1:30.
No, I am much worried because you have lunch at 1:30, so this is my concern, but I also have a fly. But it was not for that I asked Fabrizio to just say hello to all the audience, to thanks Francesco Lauro, who, frankly speaking, called me before my new appointment in Munich, so it was just out of his courtesy as former managing director of Intesa Sanpaolo, he called me for this session. Just a few words about the problem of financing, because I know that you know everything about financing right now, or I would say better about the lack of financing in these last few years. There are many things to be said. I remember some years ago, but only a few years ago, we were talking about when the liquidity was so high. I remember we were talking about substituting the bank's debt with the private equity investment, because you will remember that there were many, was very fashion to say that the private equity industry would have been attracted by the shipping industry. Unfortunately, this was not the case. At least was just some sporadic episode in which the private equity industry entered into the shipping company. Maybe it was not the best thing to do, but we didn't even have the time to talk about it because the crisis came out, and with the crisis, the lack of liquidity. Now we are trying also taking advantage from the first introduction of Mr. Autori, who will talk to us about the many new issues related to the famous development decree, which was put in place in 2012 about the possibility to issue mini bond and other financial instruments also for mid-cap company, and so the possibility to disintermediate the strength of the banking system, which in Italy is, frankly speaking, too high. So all our companies, not only in the shipping industry, are too much dependent on the banking industry. This decree and the possibility of this disintermediation through new funds, through new debt fund or new financial structure, which will be well explained by all our panelists, is, in my opinion, the real new frontier of the debt for at least until the banking system will go out of this restructuring situation in which they are right now. So I will be really very interested in understanding and in having the audience curious about what really could be done, because also, like often happens in Italy, everybody talks about new instruments, but nobody apply them. So we are here also to encourage all the audience to understand exactly what they will be and how to deal with this new instrument. Please, Michele.
Giuseppe, just to comment a few words, Giuseppe, that roughly the 17% of financial needs for shipping is intermediate by banks, not by the capital market. And this is an extraordinary opportunity to disintermediate the system. So in Italy, the mini bond opportunity deriving from the law is one of them. But I think that this is a good time to go on the market to disintermediate the system. So is a fixed point. I prepared a preamble about this. I want to project some data after the speaker's session, and but is an interesting point pointed out from Giuseppe. Please, Michele.